So first and foremost, I'd suggest getting this mod mounted in No Man's Sky because, well, this will allow you to grab one of the beds that you can attach to one of the living models and use it as a wall. That's what we will be using for the engines of the Sidewinder. So if you want those to look as good as mine, I suggest downloading this mod. Although using any base part, like I'll be using that bed frame, will do. Okay, supposing that you have that mod installed now, we can proceed with the build. I'll also add that I'll be showing briefly how to build these radiator things, and also a part of the back bed. I won't get too much into detail about that because, well, that can be done by anyone after the build of the ship itself. That's what I'll be covering for the most part. So, we will be starting by placing 3 landing gears, alright? We can paint them in any color, really. They will have this layout, alright? Yeah. Don't think otherwise. It should be that way. So now, what you will be doing, you will be placing an habitation model temporarily because we will be focusing in the landing area here. This is what we will be using to access the ship. Now, we will be making the front of the Sidewinder. I remember which base part we needed here. Okay, so it was this one. I mean, again, you could paint this in any color you preferred, since in Elite Dangerous you can also paint your ships in any way you like. But yeah, I prefer them this way. So once you have this looking like this, you will be placing an habitation module. Let me search for it over here. You could place any class, really. I prefer Titan, but since it's the starting ship, you could always go for a more smuggling approach and use the Thunder class for the ship. But anyway, once you are done placing this, you can place the cockpit of the ship, and then you can place the upper part this way and this way. So now that we have that, we will be placing this piece over here and also over here. Again, you can paint this in any way you like. I'll do to take off an approach of the original design of the ship. I'm painting it this way, and we will continue by placing one of the reactors below the wings, and then we will be copying this part. We will be turning it upside down, and we will be doing that for both ends of the ship. So now that we have that covered, we can start tinkering with the engines of the ship. You can use any of these, really, as long as they don't stick out too much. I mean, if you didn't have the mod that I talked about at the start of the video, I guess you could place these, but I don't think they look as good as they should. So we will be placing another reactors for that, and we will be covering them later with a wall. So we will replace these two, and then we will be placing an albatross piece. Right. So now that we have that, that's pretty much the whole layout of the ship. But we can also add a bit of decoration for it. So we can place a conduit over there, an air purificator over here. Yeah, this is just detailing, it doesn't really matter, but I think it makes the Sidewinder look much better and in general I think it looks closer to the real thing. So yeah, that's the whole layout of it. But we will be continuing later the tutorial with a bit of detailing of the ship. Also, I forgot to place the wings. Well, the weapons, I mean. So for those, you will be placing any of them really, but we will try to hide them in this part of the ship, right? Yeah, so that way they don't look like they are deployed like mostly dangerous ships. Most of the time they have their anchors down, so you would prefer the design this way, but like you can always place the weapons in any other part of the ship. It's just that I prefer them over here. So once you are done with it, there you go. There you go. You have the Sidewinder over here. So in order to detail it a bit, again, this is with the mod, alright? We will be placing bed module over here to try and take up the space here, and that way it won't look too bad. We will do the same for this part of the ship. And there you go. There you have the back part of the ship. I mean, you could always detail it a bit, make it stand out a bit more, but yeah. This is a tutorial, so I won't get too much into the details. So once you have that done, the way we will be making the engines for our ship, we'll be using some crates. So these ones, we will place 2 of these in any color really. Try to place them one in the left and one in the right, so they take the space of the engine and they look like one. You could also detail it a bit more, placing some lights, preferably blue here. They aren't working here, but later they should. And we can also place the radiator thing over here. And over here. In the game, they look orange, so what we will be doing is place one of these. Again, I don't have their names in English, so I can't tell which base part it is in English. So once you are done with that, we will proceed to the other light and we will turn it orange. Okay, it's done. And now we will be doing pretty much the same thing for this end of the wing, but placing 2, and we will also rescale them down a bit. Right, now we can proceed with this space part. We will copy it, we will make it slightly smaller, and we will place 4 of them. Okay, it's done. So now, again, the blue lights should light up later, but we can place them for now over here. Also over here. also place 3 in here. And here. You could place another one up there, like removing one of the crates and placing the light pad. Okay. So yeah, you have to do this for both sides of the engine. Once you have that, you will have the back of the Sidewinder done. And now, for the radiators over here. Again, this isn't really necessary, this is just detail that I'm adding for the sake of it. We will be placing this panel, and we will be trying to angle it a bit. And we will place a stair like this, okay? It should look like a stair. Right. There's 4 of them, so be cautious. Okay, we have 4. And now we have to do the same for the other end of the ship. Try to angle them towards the same place that they should be. Like, try to make them look symmetrical. And 4. Okay, it will look better on your ship, alright? I'm making a tutorial for this, so try to be more, try to get into detail with it. We will light this, we will paint this in gray color, and for the orange light, we will be placing this base part once again. Although we will be adjusting it a bit, okay? We will be making its angle more like this. We will place a bunch of them. Just like that. And for the other end of the ship, we will do exactly the same thing. So we have the radiators done. And then over here, the same thing. We adjust this a bit. No, I should start from the start. Okay, and now on here, and it's done. We have our Sidewinder done. So try to be more perfectionist about it. After all, this is a tutorial, so this is how your ship should look by the end of this process. But yeah, by the end of it, its light should be turned on like this. I don't know why they aren't turned on in my other design. But yeah. So that's the tutorial. I hope you liked it, and I hope that you also make a wonderful looking Sidewinder, which is simple but effective.